The chasm yawns vast and dark between where you stand today and the summit of your truest potential. Do you feel it? That subtle ache, that persistent whisper of something more, something unfulfilled, something magnificent dormant within. It's not discontent. It's the stirrings of a titan, a champion, an apex predator of purpose awakening within the confines of the average. For too long, the world has conspired to tell you a story, a small story, a safe story, a story of predictable outcomes and comfortable mediocrity. It has etched lines of doubt into your soul, convinced you that the extraordinary is reserved for the chosen few, that the vast majority are destined to simply exist, to drift in the currents of circumstance. But I tell you now, with every fiber of conviction, that is a lie. A profound, insidious lie designed to keep you chained to the familiar, to stifle the very essence of your limitless capacity. Look around. The air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet. The very fabric of existence hums with an energy, a potential, a frequency that most never tune into. They walk through life with blinders on, deaf to the symphony of possibility, their minds crowded with the echoes of limitation. But you are here, listening, and that alone marks you as different. You are on the precipice of a revelation, a conscious choice to shed the skin of the average and begin the arduous, exhilarating ascent to your apex. This journey begins not with a grand external act, but with an internal revolution, a seismic shift in the very architecture of your mind. For centuries, the wisest among us have understood this fundamental truth. Your thoughts are not merely fleeting impulses, they are the architects of your reality. They are the raw material from which fortunes are forged, empires are built, and destinies are shaped. Think of it not as a philosophical musing, but as a scientific principle, as immutable as gravity. Every single monumental achievement in human history, from the first flickering flame wrestled from the dark to the audacious leap onto the moon, began as an idea, a persistent, unyielding thought nurtured in the fertile ground of a human mind. Edison didn't stumble upon the light bulb. He wrestled with darkness for thousands of attempts, each failure not a defeat but a discarded pathway, illuminated by the unwavering belief that the solution existed. His mind, ablaze with the vision of incandescent light, literally willed it into being. Carnegie, a penniless immigrant, didn't inherit an empire. He built it brick by painstaking brick, first in the foundry of his imagination, then with the unyielding force of his will. He saw wealth where others saw dirt, opportunity where others saw obstacles, because his mind was programmed for abundance, not scarcity. The average individual allows their mind to be a chaotic battlefield, a playground for every passing fear, every whispered doubt, every external narrative that seeks to diminish their power. They consume a steady diet of negativity, dwelling on perceived shortcomings, replaying past mistakes, and projecting future anxieties. This isn't thinking. It's a form of mental self-sabotage, a slow, corrosive poison that erodes potential. To rise above, you must become the master architect of your own inner landscape. You must recognize that your mind is not merely a receptacle for information, but a powerful, creative engine. The first, most crucial step in ascending to your apex is to take absolute, uncompromising control of your thoughts. It means consciously choosing what you allow to enter your mental space, just as you would choose the food that nourishes your body. It means standing guard at the gates of your mind, repelling every negative suggestion, every limiting belief, every cynical voice, whether it comes from the external world or from the echoes within. This is not about positive thinking in a superficial sense, a mere recitation of empty affirmations. It is about deep, unshakable conviction, a profound understanding that your inner world dictates your outer reality. It is about recognizing that every thought you entertain, every emotion you harbor, is either propelling you towards your apex or dragging you back to the swamp of average. The choice, always, relentlessly, is yours. Will you cultivate a garden of possibility or allow a wasteland of limitation to fester? The trajectory of your life hinges on this fundamental decision. Once you wrestle control of your thoughts, the next battlefield, equally vital, is the realm of belief. What do you truly, unequivocally believe about yourself, your capabilities, and the possibilities available to you? For many, belief is a fragile thing, easily shattered by a single setback, a critical word, or the weight of past disappointments. They believe in effort, perhaps, but not in their inherent capacity for success. They believe in luck, but not in the power of their own will. This lukewarm, wavering belief is the greatest inhibitor to achievement. True belief, the kind that moves mountains and shatters barriers, is not a passive acceptance. It is an active, fiery conviction. It is the deep, cellular certainty that what you envision you can achieve, that what you desire you can manifest, that who you aspire to be you can become. Napoleon Hill spoke of definiteness of purpose, and at its core, this definiteness is forged in the crucible of unshakable belief. How can you define your purpose with clarity if you don't first believe in your ability to pursue it? How can you cultivate a burning desire if you doubt your capacity to fulfill it? Consider the story of Walt Disney. He didn't just dream of a magical kingdom. He believed it into existence. When he approached banks for loans for Disneyland, they saw a swamp and a whimsical fantasy. But Disney saw the smiling faces of children, the joy of families, the vibrant colors of a world he had already built in his mind. His belief was so absolute, so infectious, that he eventually convinced others to see what he saw, to invest in a vision that seemed utterly absurd to the conventional mind. He faced ridicule, financial ruin, and countless rejections, but his belief never wavered. It was the bedrock upon which an empire of imagination was constructed. Your belief must be of this same unyielding quality. It must be so deeply ingrained that it becomes an operating system, a default setting for your existence. It means believing in your inherent genius even when others call you foolish. It means believing in your resilience even when knocked down. It means believing in your purpose even when the path is shrouded in fog. This isn't about blind faith, it's about conscious cultivation. You build belief through repeated action, through small victories, through confronting your fears and proving to yourself over and over again that you are capable. It's about feeding your mind with evidence of possibility, not just from your own experiences, but from the countless stories of those who defied the odds. Read the biographies of the great achievers. Immerse yourself in their struggles, their triumphs, their unwavering commitment. See how they cultivated an inner world of certainty amidst external chaos. Understand that their success wasn't born from an absence of doubt or fear, but from the courageous decision to act despite those feelings, fueled by a deeper, more profound belief in their ultimate triumph. Every time you push past a perceived limitation, every time you take a step outside your comfort zone, you strengthen the muscle of belief. Every time you achieve something you once thought impossible, you lay another brick in the foundation of your unshakable conviction. And as this foundation solidifies, you begin to see with startling clarity. Clarity is not merely a desirable trait. It is a prerequisite for transcendence. Without it, you are a ship adrift, tossed by every passing current, aimlessly wandering without a compass or a destination. The average person lives in a fog of ambiguity. They have vague desires. I want to be happy. I want to be successful. I want more money. But these are not goals. They are aspirations without a map. They chase fleeting whims, easily distracted by the shiny objects of instant gratification, never committing fully to a single compelling direction. To reach your apex, you must pierce through this fog with the laser precision of an unwavering focus. You must define with painstaking detail what success truly means to you, not what society dictates, not what your family expects, but what resonates with the deepest chambers of your soul. What does your apex look like? Paint the picture in your mind's eye with vivid colors and intricate details. Is it a specific financial milestone? Is it a particular impact you wish to make on the world? Is it a mastery of a craft, a level of skill that inspires all? Is it a profound sense of inner peace and fulfillment? Don't generalize. Specificity is the brushstroke of destiny. How much money exactly? By what date? What will you do with it? What kind of impact? On whom? Specifically, what does that mastery entail? What are the tangible benchmarks? This isn't just an exercise in wishful thinking, it's a powerful act of creation. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to definiteness, not to ambiguity. It cannot deliver what you have not precisely articulated. Think of Abraham Lincoln. He didn't just vaguely desire to preserve the Union. He had an unwavering clarity of purpose in the midst of a nation tearing itself apart. His vision was precise. A united nation, free from the stain of slavery. This clarity, forged in the fires of adversity, guided his every decision through unimaginable pressure and personal tragedy. Or consider Henry Ford. He didn't just want to build cars. He envisioned an automobile for the common man, a reliable, affordable vehicle that would transform society. He didn't waver, even when his initial ventures failed. He held a crystal clear image of the Model T in his mind, and that clarity propelled him through countless setbacks, technological hurdles, and the skepticism of his peers. His vision was so precise, so compelling, that it reshaped an entire industry. Your clarity must be of this magnitude. It must be so sharp, so undeniable, that it becomes your internal North Star, guiding you through every storm and every moment of doubt. When you achieve this level of clarity, decisions become simpler. Distractions fade into the background. Your energy, once scattered, now converges into a potent beam directed squarely at your desired outcome. This clarity is not static. It evolves as you grow, as you learn, as you gain new insights. But at any given moment, you must possess an unwavering understanding of your immediate next steps and your ultimate destination. Without it, you are merely reacting to life rather than consciously creating it. You become a leaf blown by the wind rather than a tree with deep roots, reaching confidently for the sun. This relentless pursuit of clarity naturally leads to the forging of a compelling vision. A vision is more than just a goal. It is a tapestry woven from your deepest desires, your highest aspirations, and your most profound sense of purpose. It is the vivid mental blueprint of your ideal future, so compelling that it ignites a burning desire within you. The average individual lives in the present, reacting to immediate circumstances, their gaze fixed on the mundane. The high achiever, the one destined for the apex, lives with one foot in the present, grounding their actions in reality, but their eyes are fixed firmly on a future that they are actively, relentlessly building. Think of Steve Jobs. He didn't just want to build computers. He had a profound vision of integrating technology seamlessly into human lives, of creating tools that were both powerful and beautiful, intuitive and elegant. He envisioned a world where technology empowered creativity and connected people in new ways. This wasn't about specifications or market share. It was about a philosophical ideal, a future state he was determined to bring into existence. He faced impossible odds, technological limitations, and fierce competition, but his vision remained unshakable. It was the fuel that drove him, the compass that guided him, the very essence of his transformative impact. Your vision must be equally potent, equally all-encompassing. It should be so compelling that it pulls you forward even on days when motivation wanes, even when obstacles loom large. It should be a source of constant inspiration, a reminder of the magnificent future you are calling into being. This vision must be deeply personal, reflective of your unique gifts and your deepest values. It's not about copying someone else's success. It's about defining your own unique contribution, your own unique trajectory. Spend time with this vision. Meditate on it. Feel the emotions it evokes. See yourself living it, breathing it, embodying it. The more vivid and emotionally charged your vision, the more magnetic it becomes, drawing to you the resources, the people, and the opportunities necessary for its manifestation. This isn't magic. It's the law of attraction in action, fueled by the clarity of your purpose and the intensity of your desire. When your vision is clear and your belief is unshakable, a deeper truth begins to emerge. Your purpose. Purpose is the bedrock upon which all true achievement is built. It is the animating force, the fundamental why that drives you forward through every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt. The average individual often drifts through life without a deeply defined purpose. They chase fleeting pleasures, react to external demands, and their efforts, while sometimes earnest, lack the profound power that comes from alignment with a higher calling. To reach your apex, you must unearth, articulate, and fiercely commit to your unique purpose. This is not about finding a job or accumulating wealth for its own sake. It's about understanding the core contribution you are here to make, the unique imprint you are destined to leave on the world. Think of Viktor Frankl, imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps, stripped of everything, his family, his dignity, his very freedom. Yet, he found purpose in suffering, a reason to survive beyond mere existence. His purpose became helping others find meaning, even in the most horrific circumstances. This profound internal purpose gave him the strength to endure unimaginable hardship and ultimately to write Man's Search for Meaning, a book that has guided millions. His purpose wasn't external. It was an internal flame that no tyranny could extinguish. Your purpose might not involve such dramatic circumstances, but its power is no less profound. It might be to innovate a particular technology, to inspire a generation, to heal a community, to create unparalleled beauty, or to simplify complex ideas. Whatever it is, it must resonate deeply within you. It must be something that, even when difficult, feels inherently right, inherently meaningful. Discovering your purpose isn't always a sudden revelation. It's often a process of introspection, experimentation, and paying close attention to what truly ignites your passion and what problems you feel compelled to solve. What makes you lose track of time? What challenges, when overcome, leave you feeling deeply satisfied, not just fleetingly happy? What impact do you long to have, even if it feels audacious? Once you identify this core purpose, it becomes your guiding star. It informs your decisions, prioritizes your actions, and provides an inexhaustible wellspring of motivation. When you are aligned with your purpose, your work ceases to be mere labor and transforms into a sacred mission. You tap into a reservoir of energy that feels boundless, a flow state where effort feels effortless. This alignment creates a resonance that attracts opportunities and resources to you as if the universe itself conspires to support your mission. Purpose is not a luxury. It is the fundamental fuel for sustained high-level achievement. Without it, even the most brilliant mind or the most talented hands will eventually falter, adrift in a sea of meaningless activity. With purpose, even the most daunting obstacles become mere stepping stones on the path to your destined apex. With purpose firmly established, the path to the apex demands unwavering discipline. This is where many aspiring high achievers falter. They possess vision, they articulate purpose, they even believe in their potential, but they lack the relentless day in and out commitment to consistent action. The average person prioritizes immediate comfort, instant gratification, and the path of least resistance. They make excuses, procrastinate, and allow their impulses to dictate their trajectory. The high achiever, the one who truly ascends, understands that discipline is not a punishment. It is the ultimate form of self-love, the unwavering commitment to their future self. Think of the disciplined routines of Olympic athletes. They don't just dream of gold medals. They wake up before dawn, push their bodies to the absolute limit, and meticulously follow training regimens that demand immense sacrifice. Their discipline is not driven by a fleeting desire for glory, but by an unbreakable commitment to their ultimate purpose, to achieve peak performance. Or consider the writing habits of a literary giant like Stephen King, who famously sets a daily word count and adheres to it, regardless of inspiration or external distractions. It's not about feeling like writing. It's about the disciplined act of showing up day after day and doing the work. Your discipline must be of this caliber. It's about creating non-negotiable habits that serve your vision and purpose. It's about doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it. It's about choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. This isn't about being rigid for rigidity's sake. It's about building a robust internal structure that supports your greatest aspirations. It means mastering your impulses, delaying gratification, and consistently showing up for your goals. It means saying no to distractions and yes to the arduous, often unglamorous tasks that incrementally build towards your desired outcome. Discipline is the bridge between aspiration and achievement. It transforms vague desires into concrete actions, consistent efforts into tangible results. It is the muscle that grows stronger with every exercise of will, every choice to prioritize your apex over immediate comfort. Without discipline, your grand visions remain mere fantasies, your profound purposes just whispers in the wind. With it, you become an unstoppable force, a sculptor of your own destiny, capable of carving your ideal future from the raw material of your present efforts. And from this disciplined effort flows the most crucial element of all, action. Action is the crucible where dreams are forged into reality. It is the tangible manifestation of your vision, your belief, your clarity, your purpose, and your discipline. The world is full of brilliant minds brimming with ideas, individuals with noble intentions and compelling visions. But the chasm between intention and execution is where most dreams die. The average individual is often paralyzed by fear of failure, the daunting scale of their aspirations, or the comfortable inertia of inaction. They intellectualize, they plan endlessly, they consume information, but they rarely truly decisively act. The high achiever understands that imperfect action always trumps perfect inaction. Consider the story of the Wright Brothers. They didn't just theorize about flight, they built contraptions, meticulously tested them, and repeatedly crashed. Each crash wasn't a failure, but a data point, an invitation to refine, to iterate, to take more action. Their relentless, persistent action in the face of skepticism and repeated setbacks ultimately led to one of humanity's most profound achievements. Or think of the myriad entrepreneurs who built colossal companies from humble beginnings. They didn't wait for perfect conditions or guaranteed success. They took a leap, launched a prototype, made a cold call, delivered a pitch. Their success wasn't born from flawless planning, but from courageous, consistent action. Your ascent to the apex demands a bias for action. It means taking the first step, even when you can't see the entire staircase. It means embracing experimentation, understanding that every effort, even those that don't immediately yield the desired result, is a valuable lesson. It means failing forward, learning quickly, and adapting your approach. Don't fall into the trap of analysis paralysis, endlessly consuming information without ever applying it. Don't wait for inspiration. Create it through action. Don't wait for permission. Grant it to yourself. Every single day, identify the most impactful action you can take to move closer to your apex, and then, without hesitation, take it. Break down large goals into smaller, manageable steps, and then commit to completing those steps relentlessly. This isn't about reckless abandon. It's about intelligent, focused, consistent effort. It's about translating your mental blueprint into physical manifestation. It's about understanding that the universe responds not to your wishes, but to your actions. The more purposeful action you take, the more momentum you build, and the more rapidly you accelerate towards your desired future. Your dreams remain ethereal until you ground them in the undeniable force of action. This consistent forward momentum, driven by purpose and discipline, naturally cultivates a profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a pleasant emotion. It is a powerful catalyst for sustained achievement, an energetic amplifier that elevates your entire being. The average individual often operates from a mindset of lack, focusing on what they don't have, what's going wrong, or what's missing from their lives. This scarcity mentality creates a vibrational frequency that repels abundance, attracting more of what they lament. The high achiever, the one consistently ascending towards their apex, understands that true abundance begins with an overflowing heart of appreciation. Consider the great spiritual leaders and philosophers throughout history, from ancient Stoics to modern-day visionaries. They understood that cultivating gratitude, even in the face of adversity, shifts your perspective from victimhood to empowerment. It allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. It helps you recognize the subtle blessings and resources that are always present, often overlooked in the rush and clamor of daily life. This isn't about ignoring hardship. It's about choosing to focus your energy on what is good, what is working, and what you do have, rather than dwelling on deficits. Practicing gratitude is a deliberate daily habit. It means acknowledging the small victories, the unexpected kindnesses, the inherent gifts of your health, your abilities, your relationships, and the very opportunity to pursue your purpose. It means pausing to appreciate the journey itself, not just the destination. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you open yourself to more. You attract more opportunities, more support, more creative solutions, because you are operating from a state of abundance, not lack. This positive energetic resonance makes you more magnetic, more resilient, and more effective in your pursuits. Gratitude also fuels perseverance. When you appreciate how far you've come, the lessons you've learned, and the resources at your disposal, you are better equipped to face future challenges. It transforms frustration into appreciation for the learning process and setbacks into opportunities for recalibration. It creates a virtuous cycle. The more grateful you are, the more good you perceive. The more good you perceive, the more motivated you are to act. The more you act, the more results you achieve, leading to even greater gratitude. This inner state of appreciation is not a passive emotion. It is an active force that propels you towards your apex, ensuring that your climb is not just successful, but deeply fulfilling. And as you climb, you inevitably encounter the need for adaptability. Adaptability is the oxygen of sustained success in a world of constant flux. The average individual clings to the familiar, resists change, and often becomes rigid in their thinking and their methods. They fear the unknown, lament disruptions, and prefer predictable routines, even if those routines lead to stagnation. The high achiever, the one destined for the apex, understands that the only constant is change, and that the ability to pivot, innovate, and adjust is not merely a survival skill, but a powerful accelerant for growth. Think of the scientific pioneers who constantly updated their theories in the face of new evidence rather than clinging to outdated dogma. Consider the legendary explorers who, when faced with unforeseen obstacles, didn't abandon their mission but found alternative routes, adapted their strategies, and pushed through with ingenuity. Or reflect on the trajectory of companies that began with one product or service and, sensing a shift in the market, boldly reinvented themselves to remain relevant and dominant. They didn't mourn the loss of the old, they embraced the potential of the new. Your path to the apex will not be a straight line. There will be unforeseen detours, unexpected roadblocks, and moments when the very landscape of your aspirations shifts beneath your feet. True adaptability isn't about passively accepting whatever comes your way, it's about proactive agility. It means continuously learning, staying curious, and being willing to unlearn old habits or beliefs that no longer serve your evolving purpose. It means listening to feedback, observing trends, and being open to new perspectives even when they challenge your existing paradigms. This doesn't mean abandoning your core vision or purpose, but rather finding new, more effective ways to achieve them. It means being nimble enough to change your tactics without compromising your strategy. It means possessing the mental flexibility to embrace new technologies, new methodologies, and new ways of thinking. When you are truly adaptable, setbacks become opportunities for innovation, and disruptions become catalysts for unprecedented growth. You become like water flowing around obstacles, always finding the path of least resistance to your ultimate destination, ensuring that your journey to the apex is not just successful, but resilient and ever evolving. This adaptability is inextricably linked to the cultivation of resilience. Resilience is not the absence of failure, but the unwavering capacity to rise again, stronger and wiser after every fall. The path to any apex is littered with setbacks, disappointments, and moments that test the very fiber of your being. The average individual is often derailed by these moments, allowing a single failure to define their future, to erode their confidence, and to ultimately extinguish their drive. They interpret adversity as a sign to quit, a confirmation of their limitations. The high achiever, the one who truly reaches the pinnacle, understands that resilience is not an option. It is the fundamental prerequisite for enduring success. Consider the story of Abraham Lincoln, who faced a litany of personal tragedies, business failures, and political defeats before ascending to the presidency and guiding a fractured nation through its darkest hour. Each setback, rather than breaking him, seemed to forge a stronger resolve. Or think of J.K. Rowling, who endured years of poverty and dozens of rejections before Harry Potter, became a global phenomenon. Her resilience wasn't just about bouncing back. It was about transforming adversity into the very fuel for her creative output. She drew on her struggles to create worlds of profound depth and characters of enduring strength. Your journey to the apex will inevitably involve moments that test your resolve. You will face criticism, rejection, financial strain, and periods of self-doubt. You will encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. In these moments, resilience is your anchor. It means refusing to be defined by your failures, but rather learning from them, extracting the lessons and using them as stepping stones. It means cultivating an inner fortitude that allows you to absorb the blow, process the pain, and then with unwavering resolve, stand back up and continue the fight. This isn't about being impervious to pain or disappointment. It's about developing the emotional and psychological tools to navigate them effectively. It means cultivating a strong sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation. It means having a powerful why, your purpose, that is strong enough to pull you through the toughest times. It means seeing challenges not as endpoints, but as temporary detours, opportunities to sharpen your skills, and tests designed to strengthen your character. Every time you face adversity and refuse to be defeated, every time you pick yourself up after a fall, you are forging the steel of your own resilience, becoming an unyielding force on your way to the apex. And this constant process of overcoming challenges intrinsically links to the paramount importance of learning. Learning is not merely an activity. It is a lifelong posture, an insatiable curiosity, an unwavering commitment to continuous growth that differentiates the aspiring from the achieving. The average individual often believes that education ends with formal schooling, that knowledge is a finite commodity, or that once they've mastered a skill, the learning stops. They become comfortable in their expertise, resistant to new ideas, and ultimately stagnant. The high achiever, the one destined for the apex, recognizes that the world is in a constant state of evolution, and therefore so too must their knowledge and their capabilities. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath whose insatiable curiosity led him to master art, science, engineering, and anatomy. He didn't limit himself to one field. He was a perpetual student of existence, constantly observing, experimenting, and integrating knowledge from diverse disciplines. Or consider Warren Buffett, who spends a significant portion of his day reading, relentlessly consuming information, understanding that continuous learning is the bedrock of wise decision-making and strategic advantage in the world of finance. Their success wasn't born from innate genius alone, but from an unwavering dedication to expanding their understanding of the world. Your ascent to the apex demands that you become a perpetual student. This means cultivating an open mind, actively seeking out new information, and challenging your own assumptions. It means reading voraciously, listening actively, and engaging in deep, reflective thought. It means embracing feedback even when it's uncomfortable as an opportunity for growth. It means seeking out mentors, learning from those who have already achieved what you aspire to, and standing on the shoulders of giants. This isn't about accumulating facts for the sake of it. It's about acquiring knowledge that empowers your purpose, sharpens your skills, and fuels your vision. It's about developing a profound understanding of your chosen field, of human nature, and of the fundamental principles that govern success. Every book you read, every course you take, every new skill you acquire is an investment in your future self, an expansion of your capacity to achieve. The more you learn, the more adaptable you become, the more resilient you are in the face of challenges, and the more innovative you can be in your approach. The journey to the apex is a continuous ascent, and learning is the oxygen that sustains your climb, ensuring that you are always evolving, always growing, and always moving towards your highest potential. Now stand on the precipice of this truth, this revelation that is unfolded before you. The average is a choice, a mental construct, a self-imposed prison built from limiting beliefs and unexamined assumptions. The apex, your apex, is also a choice, a courageous, unwavering decision to claim the magnificent destiny that lies dormant within you. You have been given the blueprints: mindset, belief, clarity, vision, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, and learning. These are not abstract concepts. They are the tangible, actionable principles that have propelled every great achiever, every titan of industry, every beacon of human potential to their extraordinary heights. The chasm between average and apex is not an insurmountable physical barrier, but a mental one. It is bridged by the relentless conscious application of these very principles. You possess within you the raw materials, the innate capacity, the divine spark that empowers you to transcend the ordinary. Do not wait for external validation, for perfect conditions, or for a sudden surge of motivation. The time is now. The power resides within you, waiting to be unleashed. This is not a journey for the faint of heart, for those who seek comfort over challenge. It is a rigorous, demanding, exhilarating ascent. There will be moments of doubt, stretches of arduous effort, and times when the summit seems impossibly far. But remember the unwavering conviction that brought you here, the stirring of the titan within. Remember the stories of those who dared to defy the average, who sculpted their own realities from the raw material of their thoughts and actions. They were not born extraordinary, they became extraordinary through unwavering commitment to their unique apex. So rise, shed the weight of expectation, the chains of mediocrity, the whispers of doubt. Embrace the discomfort of growth, the exhilaration of relentless effort, the profound satisfaction of conscious creation. Your destiny awaits, your apex calls. Will you answer with conviction, with courage, with unwavering action? The choice, always relentlessly, is yours. Go forth and claim your magnificent trajectory. The world is waiting for the unique brilliance only you can unleash.